I've decided to make a change to the carcass construction, which is actually already glued together with these drawer frames. And what I will do is eliminate the existing drawer frame, which is identical to the upper. Eliminate the bottom drawer frame, which is identical to these other 4 frames. Change this bottom frame and cut off 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of the glued up carcass, so that that bottom frame will now be integrated with the molding. So the molding won't be a separate component that wraps around the case, but the molding will be a part of the bottom frame that will fasten from the bottom. It will not fit into dados in the sides. See, there's no dado down here. This bottom piece will come up flush and extend out so that this molding will surround the case. The way that it was before, with a separate molding, I would have had to match up the molding shape to the serpentine shape that was on this type of frame, and somehow get that molding linked up closely with all that serpentine shape. It would have been a very difficult process. So this is more what I think would have been done in the original piece. So I've started to make this new bottom frame. It's longer because it extends out beyond these other frames, and it has to be mahogany on both the stile and the rail. The back rail can be secondary wood. So I've got the pieces now sized, but I have to cut the joinery. Let me show you the kind of joinery that I've decided for that corner. It's not going to be a simple construction. So this is that new bottom frame assembly, and there's this joint in the corners that now includes this outward canted corner shape with the molding on the edge of that piece. So this frame is going to be serpentine shaped, and then the molding will be cut on that existing shape. So the difficulty here is creating this mortise and tenon joint that's in the corner at an angle. And if you look at that joint, or the full frame from the top view, and this is in X-ray mode, so over here you can see the tenon coming in from the stile. The tenon is a 3-inch wide tenon here that goes into a socket that's on this angled cut, and there's a little bit of a shoulder here where the stile runs into the front rail. So if I look at that corner even closer, then I've dimensioned all these locuses of corners with very careful dimensioning, and I also made the template, full-size template for both of these pieces. Here's this one's the template for the rail, front rail, and and you can see this angle right here and the tenon coming in from the stile. So I've used this template to mark out the front rail. So this is the front rail, mahogany. I've got the serpentine shape on here, and I've got this end corner joinery. Now let me just zero in the camera on that a little bit. Zero in on that, focus in on that corner right here. And so I've used the template to pencil out, but I don't trust the template to be perfect, so I use these very precise dimensions on the drawing to locate the corners of the joint, and then I used a knife to slice in that shape. This kind of a rule was very important for me to get these precise locations, the dimension from here to the shoulder, this dimension from the inner edge to the end of the shoulder, the beginning of the slope of this joint here. There'll be a mortise now cut into this piece after I remove this trapezoid material here, and of course this corner comes off as well. I won't do this shaping over here, the serpentine, till I'm done cutting the mortise and all the other shapes involved here, because I want that square, I want that rectangular shape to help me cut a mortise in this angled cut here. So I've marked out both ends and both I've marked out also with the knife cut on the edge and on the end here, and then I've also marked that whole shape with a knife cut on the other face. So I've done that with both faces, and now I'm ready to cut this out. I will use a hand saw to cut this. I could rough it out with a bandsaw and then clean it up with the chisels. That's another alternative, but I'll probably just go ahead and hand saw this cut out of here.